Alrighty guys, what is going up? Welcome back to the Best Investing Money Management channel on YouTube. In today's video, we are going to be talking about why I just bought more Amazon stock. Now, I'm a huge bull when it comes to Amazon. Amazon carries so much long-term potential, not to mention they're by far one of the strongest companies out there in the United States, and if not the world. The company's growing still at a pretty rapid rate, not to mention the company makes a ton of money, and they're pretty much the leader of the online shopping of e-commerce. And if we actually look at the revenue, you can see how much money this company makes. In the past quarter, they made $110 billion, and that was still a 15% increase, which is really strong. Not to mention, if we actually go to the cash on hand, they have $89 billion in cash. And the beauty of it is if we actually compare that to the long-term debt, they only have $50 billion of long-term debt. So they have $89 billion in cash just sitting there ready to use if they feel like a company's threatening them. They can either buy them out or create the very similar product. Not to mention, Prime is doing Prime Gaming, which I think is fantastic. Pretty much you pay that subscription and you have access to games. I think that's a really cool concept. Not to mention, guys, when you guys look and evaluate a stock, there's these things called support and there's these things called resistance. So if we look at a resistance line, this is when a stock gets tendency to sell off near a price or a moving average line or some sort of line or study on the chart. So you can see almost every single time it hits this 3,500 mark, we have this tendency to see sell off, right? We did have this anomaly up here, but you can see it hits it several times, and we did get this breakout, curled back, used that old resistance as support, bounced up, but really it released some earnings, it missed earnings, fell all the way down here, fell even more, hit this yellow line, which acts as the 200 moving average line, hits that, gets buying pressure, comes back down, hits it again, buying pressure back up, curling back down, and is hitting that 200 moving average line again. So for me, one, the stock has sold off from its highs quite a bit. So virtually you're buying the stock on a 12% discount just because you never want to virtually buy when the stock's at all-time highs. You want to buy when the stock is undervalued, when it's on a support line, when it has a probability of continuing to go up and having buying pressure step in. So one, it's 12% off its highs. Two, it's right on the support line. So if we look at this yellow line is the 200 moving average line. So it pretty much represents the past 200 days closing prices. It merges them together to form this line. Now, this line, one, acts as a trend indicator. So we can look at it and instantly know the direction of the stock. You can see it does look like we do have this nice and steady upward trend, which is promising just because of how up and down the stock has been, but we still have this nice upward trend. Not to mention when the stock is above it, like it is in here, it has this tendency to act as support. So we see it several times where the stock sells off, hits that price action, and moves its way back up. So for me, I'm going to be buying right on this support because I have a feeling that the stock will use it as some support and we'll slowly see a turnaround back up to at least 3,500 to 3,400, right in that zone. So this would give a return of right at about 4 or 5%, right at about 5%, almost even. And the beauty of it is if we set our stops even at right below it, we can virtually risk 1 or 2% to make 5%. So this is a 5-to-1 risk and reward, which is a perfect swing trading strategy. Not to mention, Amazon carries so much long-term potential that this price that we're buying at it, we're going to be wishing in the next 2 to 3 years that, man, I wish I would have bought more at this price action. Or if you just want to swing trade it, you can do that too. So in my personal opinion, I think both of them carry so much potential. Not to mention the fundamentals on this thing are beautiful. Amazon carries a lot of potential in AI, in marketing, in their AWS services. So the company is just an absolute powerhouse. And if you don't have Amazon shares, I would highly recommend picking up some, guys. So guys, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And if you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys later. Remember to stay happy, stay positive, stay safe. Take care.